Hi, friends. I hope everybody is doing well today. I do have a quick word for you. I'm so excited to release this because I feel like this is a now word. It's something that I'm definitely dealing with. And so I pray that this is a blessing to you all. So let's go ahead and get started. So the word today is, why does God allow confusion? Why does He allow confusion in our life? We know that God does not cause confusion or create it, but why does He allow it? Is the question. So there are several reasons, but I'm going to give you three. And I really want you to go and pray about this if you feel like this word is for you. So, number one, he allows confusion in our life when he wants us to draw closer to him. He uses that as a tool for us to really draw close to him through our prayer time, through reading our word, through fasting. And in those intimate times with him, he will begin to reveal to us in what ways we may be inviting confusion into our lives. And we've all done this, but like an example of this is when God has given us a very firm no on something, but we are struggling with that no. And we're doing everything in our power to turn that no into a yes. And in doing that, we begin to confuse our voice with God's voice, and we ask, like, was that me who said that, or was that God who said that? And so that is one of the ways that we could really be inviting confusion into our life, but we won't know that if we're not really spending that intimate quality time with God to understand that or have him reveal that to us. So anytime you were feeling confused about something, and I mean it's like a strong confusion for you, um, it may be time to examine yourself and where you are in your relationship with God, and really try to pull close to him so that he can give you the clarity that you seek. Okay. So that's number one. Number two, um, one of the second reasons, or one of the second reasons why God allows confusion in our life is because He really wants to increase our faith. Um, Confusion can feel very scary. It can feel very destabilizing because you don't know what's on the other end, or like what to expect. But God wants to know, and he wants you to know that you can trust him to order your steps even if you don't know what those next steps are. So that's reason number 2. Reason number 3, um God allows confusion when we are not ready for the clarity we seek. So there are some situations where you may feel super duper confused about something, and you may even feel like, God, are you answering me? Are you hearing me? Are it's like he's being silent towards you. And that is not because he doesn't hear you, but it's because you're not ready yet to receive that clarity. And reason for that being is because one of two things. You may be that type of person who is like, if God were to give you that clarity, you would either try to go before him, or you may even stop like dead in your tracks because you're paralyzed with fear of like what this means for me, or like what those next steps are. And so it's not that God is necessarily being silent towards you um to punish you. That's not what it is. God does is not doing it for that reason, but he's doing it to increase your faith, and he's also doing it to help you get to a place to where you can receive what it is that you're seeking. Um, and so being in that ready posture. So if you feel like you fall in one of these three categories or all three of these categories, really just go into God and pray to him about the confusion that you're feeling. And I don't want you all to be discouraged, because even though it may feel like God is silent towards you in your confusion, the silence is actually him communicating very loud to you. It's actually him telling you, you need to come to me. We need to talk. We need to have a conversation. And so don't get discouraged. Don't get weary. Like, your time is coming. And as always, I do have a few Bible verses that I want you all to read. But before I even say that, I want to say to you all too that the enemy loves nothing more to see you in a state of confusion. So that is why it is even more important to make sure that you are, you're carving out that intimate time with God, because otherwise it's like your mind is the enemy's playground to do whatever he wants to do with it. So please, please, please make sure that you are, again, carving out that time to spend with God and really seek the clarity that you are in need of. Okay, so if you can, please go read Second Timothy verses I'm sorry, Second Timothy chapter 2 verse 7, 1 Corinthians chapter 14 verse 33, Proverbs chapter 3 verses 5 through 6, and Peter chapter 5 verse 8. And I hope that this blesses somebody, and until next time, God bless y'all, and I love you so very much.